We did. I just watered this and it rained. This is a project that we did in Master Gardener, and it was fun, where you take a wine bag, and a wine bag has 6 compartments. And now I looked at a wine bag years ago in Oregon, and I thought, wow, 6 places for herbs. My goodness. You know, I wouldn't put wine in it. I'm going to put my herbs in it. I'm going to have it on my kitchen counter near the window where I don't have to go outside in the garden. And in Oregon we had snow, so that was another reason for me to want to bring it inside and put it on the counter, because the thing about herbs is you got to cut them for them to grow. If you don't continue to cut your herbs, they're not going to grow. So this has got chives, rosemary, oregano, cilantro, dill, and English thyme. Now this is yet another kind of sage, and this might look familiar to some people, but probably you don't recognize it until it's dried and wrapped in a bundle, and you'll see it at Native American shows, because this is the real white sage that they use for smudging. And this is exactly what it smells like. And once again, I had to pinch it at the top because you see it was getting very leggy, but now look what's happened at the bottom. Look what's happened at the bottom. This is, but remember, this is just a sage for smudging. It's very camphor in aroma, and you wouldn't want to cook with it because it will taste terrible. It's nice to smell, but it doesn't smell like food. Your pets are not going to want to eat it because it doesn't smell like food. If they did, it's safe, but it's might give them an upset stomach. But it's nice to have, and this is really coming along, and all the bottom branches are coming out. So I'm excited about this. One's going to get very full. Unlike, this is what happens if you don't pinch your plant. You see the two different, look at this. This is really sad. I almost need to go all the way down here and cut it, and then you see where the 2 nodes are, and then I wouldn't root this in water. I'm going to root this in soil. I would add some root tone powder. That speeds up the process. You can also take an aspirin and crush it up, and you can use a little bit of aspirin, and that's the same thing as root tone, because it can help it grow. So that's what I need to do to this guy here. And here we have more hanging baskets. And we have the chamomile. Chamomile is really nice in a tea. You can dry the leaves. The flowers are what we're looking for. The flowers are what you're going to make the tea out of. So you want to dry the flowers, but it has a nice smell to it, and it's really nice on your kitchen counter. And people like to have chamomile in the kitchen. And then we have lavender. Here we have lavender. Lavender's nice for keeping away insects. This is French lavender. It will get a nice tall stem. There are about 45 different varieties of lavender that I know of. And a lot of them have been developed for different areas. There are some lavender that can tolerate snow, and there's some lavender that can tolerate heat. Spanish lavender is really nice for the heat. I used to hate it when they would sell in Oregon. The box stores would be selling Spanish lavender when you know that's just going to die in the winter. It's meant for Southern California. It's not going to make it up at the mountains in Oregon, or probably any place in Oregon where it gets snow. But this is a nice general lavender. This is a French lavender. And we're back to my favorite, my vanilla spice basil. And I just love the smell of this. And these are, I dry the leaves of these, and I can make a tea out of it, and it's really nice. And this can grow from seed, and the seeds are very inexpensive. So, and then this is the rosemary that I've started, and it is, it's even asking, look at that, it's even asking for you, please, please give me tough love and trim me so I can branch out. Otherwise, you're going to get a stick, one long rosemary stick, where not much to do with that. It's not going to be a nice lush plant for you. Oh, and here's a chamomile that's blooming. Here we go. This is the chamomile. This is already bloomed, and the leaves, the petals have already fallen off, so now it's going to dry, and this is what you want to make your tea with. I know I talked about herbs and that there are different kinds of mints, and one of my favorite is banana mint. It's an absolute favorite of mine. There are some places that you can get it online. It has the taste of banana, it smells like banana, and it's really a wonderful mint. And you can grow it easily from cuttings, because any mint you can grow easily from cuttings. So I can't stress enough that if you can get a chance to find banana mint, or if you send me an email, I can let you know where my source is for banana mint. But I know there's some, yeah, but this is I'm going to be having a lot of this. I'll probably have it ready for sale. Probably it's going to be about 2 months for me to get it big enough that I'm happy that, because I'm not going to sell a plant that I'm worried that you're going to take it home and it's going to die on you. So that's just not good business. So enough about the mints. I won't talk about mints anymore. I wanted to introduce you to a couple of niceties. This is lemon verbena, is an old, and you will even notice candles that'll say lemon verbena. You'll see air fresheners that say lemon verbena. That's what this is. It's got a rough edge. It's rough to the touch, and it's a very sharp plant, but it has got the most intense true lemon aroma to it. And you can see right here. Now I just took a cutting off of it not even 4 days ago, and look what I got. It's already started to give me 2 new starts. Now I'm probably going to go down and cut it lower to get it to even branch out more. But lemon verbena is a nice one. It's not like lemon balm, and lemon balm to me always tasted and smelled like pledge, and some people like it. I guess it's an acquired taste. I prefer the lemon verbena. It's actually a shrub, so, and I'm sure it's going to do well in Florida. This is a really interesting plant on its own. It is called a curry plant. It's a culinary plant, and it smells like curry, and you can cook with it. Instead of getting all your curry spices, you can actually cook with this plant here. So this is a nice little plant, and I'm getting this one started. This just arrived a week ago. So I'm going to finish up with your geraniums. The geranium family is so diverse. It can give you different plants that you can get. Rose is called Attar of Roses geranium, and just brushing the leaves, it smells like your grandmother's lotion. It's got a really wonderful scent to it. This is a geranium, and you're going to recognize that this is Citronella. And this is actually in the same family as this one. This smells bad to me, but the bugs don't like it, and so that's why it's good in your garden. You wouldn't want to eat this or use it in food. This is your Citronella Geranium. Now, getting away from this, the same people that, the same method of developing rose-scented geranium, you can get, this is Nutmeg Geranium. And this is really nice. If you rub the leaves, it actually smells like nutmeg. And I have used this in recipes on a bigger plant. And the geraniums grow really fast. This one, my sister sent me this because I gave her one of these in California years ago. So I said, just take off a stem, put it in a baggie, wrap it in a paper towel first, wet paper towel, put it in a baggie and mail it to me. She did this 6 months ago, and this is what I have 6 months later. So they grow fast, especially in Florida. They grow fast. And this is in the same family. This is your Nutmeg Geranium, which I showed you. And this is Prince of Orange scented geranium, and this has an orange scent to it. And it's nice. It has a different type of sharper fringed leaf, more like this. And then this is fringed apple geranium. I call it sour apple because it reminds me of the sour apple. So, okay, yeah. Check these out. One thing I wanted to add, I know I mentioned about using herbs in your vegetable garden to help keep the pest away. If you can see this picture here, this is, I only put this in 2 weeks ago. This is a vanilla spice basil, and it is pretty happy here with the tomato plant. And if we come around here, I have several herbs inside the plant. I have lovage. Now, lovage is one of my favorites. Lovage is in the center. This is lovage. It can get up to 6 feet tall, okay? And it tastes like celery. You use it in soups, and it is just wonderful. It's a celery, I call it the celery plant, but it's called lovage, and you can get seeds for it anywhere. So I have that there. Right here is my pineapple sage, and it's happy, and it is keeping away bugs. Here I have lavender, which is not super happy because it's not getting any sun. I didn't think this zucchini would get that big, but it did. And everything here, I have planted herbs. They're intertwined. Here is my wonderful lemon thyme, and it is really nice. You see the little bit of yellow in the center, and this is a really nice for cooking. It's good with chicken. And in the center I have another lovage because it's going to get like a giant sunflower, but it's going to be my lovage plant. I also have, here's more pineapple sage getting huge. Over here I have English thyme, and then here I have white sage because of the camphor. And you see these peppers aren't bothered by anything like those peppers over there. So I think the camphor and the white sage is helping keep away some insects. So, and pretty much the plants are doing so well, they're covering up a lot of the herbs, but herbs can do well in shade or sun. So finishing up with just the whole scope of herbs, everything that you ever wanted to know but didn't know you needed to know about herbs. And I hope I was able to share my love of herbs with you. Once again, it's Angela Reed, and if you have any questions, you can email me at kinoherbs@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.